Hey guys, it's King. Welcome to another Autism Digest interview, where today we have an amazing individual with us, uh, appearing via phone. He's the lead singer of the legendary funk group Kool and The Gang, who you might know from songs such as Celebration and The Jungle Boogie. They actually recently got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He is the CEO of the Robert Bell Foundation, a nonprofit organization that helps kids get the resources they need to live fulfilling lives. He is Kool Robert Bell. Thanks for coming on, Kool.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I think a lot of people might remember you. You've had decades of musical experience, and I don't know a single person who hasn't heard Celebration specifically. But for those that may not know you, do you mind summarizing a bit of your story in your own words?
Well, Celebration is the ultimate for us. Of course, we've been in the business for over 60 years. And of course, I know you recently heard, I've lost all 7 of my members. We call ourselves the Magnificent Seven. All my guys are gone. I'm kind of like the last man standing. But all the things that we did and worked together has been a blessing for us over the years. I don't know, we started off in playing jazz, and then we moved from jazz to playing R&B. We were backing up talent in Jersey City. They were trying to be like Motown. So we grew from there, and then we changed our name to Kool and the Flames. And we had to change that because we had James Brown and the Famous Flames. We didn't want to have any problem with the Godfather, so we said, what should we call ourselves? And we changed our name to Kool and The Gang. Our very first record did quite well, actually. And we just continued to build from there with our career.
And as the saying goes, the rest is for written record, because look at your career. My next question for you is, you have a nonprofit organization called the Robert Bell Foundation. Do you mind telling us a bit about what inspired you to start that nonprofit?
Well, starting with my wife. My wife passed 8 years ago. And one of the things that she was asked me, why isn't music in the schools anymore? And of course, in these different divisions, there was not enough funding or whatever the problem was. So she set up Kool Kids Foundation, and I told her I would help her with that. And we went on to educate kids and make sure that they stayed in school, and make sure that we got music in the schools. And next year will be our 7th year. We have had various events that raised X amount of dollars, maybe over $500,000, in terms of music in schools, bands, donating to bands, donating to school programs, and that's where we're at. That's what the Kool Kids Foundation is all about.
Hey, and that's a really great mission to be involved with. I remember my experiences in school weren't perfect, but I still enjoyed the academic side of things, and I absolutely agree. Music and the arts in school especially is incredibly important, which leads to my next question. This is an autism publication, of course. How do you think music classes can help autistic individuals and neurodivergent individuals connect with each other?
Well, I think on the music side, you have children or artists that have autism, but they have a special way that they approach the music. I was told that Einstein had autistic. How many other people, leaders, have autism? Thinking it's kind of like what? Thinking outside the box, other ways of thinking.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, so yeah, I think you have great musicians and great people who might have autism, but it's living a great life.
I absolutely agree. I've talked with several autistic musicians on here, and they all had something they brought to the table. And when I was first learning about autism after finding out about my diagnosis, I learned that several musicians I liked were actually on the spectrum. Jefferson Airplane's lead singer, Marty Balin, he was on the spectrum. Kanye West, as controversial as he was on the spectrum, yet still became one of the most influential figures in modern day hip hop. There's too many to list. So I absolutely love that perspective. My next question for you is, how can we as a society work to improve the current education system, not just for individuals on the spectrum, but for all children specifically, to ensure that we lower the dropout rate in this country?
Well, we have to learn as much about it as possible. People like yourself and organizations like the department involved with, I think we could be helpful and helping those. That's what we do with the Kool Kids Foundation. These artists now, I mean, they're motivated. We come to help them. Be it if they're musicians or they're bands, marching band. We just did something for a marching band on our last event. And we have people like O.J. Anderson and Chris Tucker and a lot of people. We all join together. Ja Rule. And we do something to raise money. We do golf fountains. And the funds, the proceeds go to helping these kids.
I absolutely agree with that. At the end of the day, with anything, really, it's all about learning about the situation so you can be empathetic towards people's situations. One other thing I'll add to that I've been proposing to a lot of people as of late is having a specific office hours form thing to help students who might be struggling a little bit connect with their teachers and get the extra help they need. In college, we have that exact format, office hours, and I think if we apply that to public schools especially, we would never have half of the problems we have in this country again, I believe.
Yeah, it's a work in progress that you try to do and try to understand and want to help people have a good life. I just made a donation to a young kid came to me and he was raising money for autism. About 4 kids, I guess, were in swimming classes or competition or whatever, and he wanted me to help him out. So, I mean, he asked me for a donation, which I gave to him. And he went back and told his mother, and the mother set something up on the internet and said, "Thank you for helping my son." So, those kind of things.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you for supporting the cause. My last question for you is, what does the future hold for you or your organization? Does Kool and The Gang have another album in the works that you want to promote?
We have an album that just came out. It's a first vinyl album, Greatest Hits, in about 20 years. Just came out Monday, It's called Kool and The Gang, Greatest Hits, and it's on vinyl. Vinyl hasn't been around for a long time. Vinyl is coming back now.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, be sure to check that out. Anyways, that's going to do it for this interview, guys. Thank you so much to Kool for coming on and sharing his incredible story. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Autism Digest channel. Check out our next issue that comes out next month. You can get that by going to autismdigest.com. And stay tuned for the audio file of this interview to be posted on our Spotify. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.